Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Crypto Space. So in today's video, we are going to cover Kaspa, its recent price action. We are going to, of course, cover BTC as well as a couple of interesting altcoin charts. We are, of course, going to cover a couple of interesting news for Kaspa as well as a couple of interesting metrics. So I'm pretty sure that you are going to enjoy the video. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and a quick disclaimer that this video is not a financial advice. But alright, let's have a look into Kaspa itself. So Kaspa is currently trading at 14 cents and is currently experiencing a leg down of 1.3%, and the market cap is currently sitting at 3.2 billion USD, and 24-hour trading volume is currently sitting at 47.9 million USD. So if we are going to look at the chart over here on CoinGecko, that looks very boring over here. Obviously we are all expecting higher prices over here for Kaspa, because I'm pretty sure that most of you guys have already accumulated enough Kaspa on those previous dips and you are guys ready for the next pump. But right, let's first of all cover something that you guys have clicked for, and that is all-time high in terms of hash rate. So that's obviously great to see, and now you are probably thinking, why is this important? So this guy over here that commented on that tweet couldn't explain it better. When the hash rate goes up, it means more miners are coming online. Very bullish, as it means people see Kaspa is worth investing in as a mining business. So exactly the same thing as with BTC, right? The hash rate was growing slowly but surely, and more people were investing into mining machines, mining rigs, etc. And that's how the network of BTC got more and more secured through the hash rate that was constantly increasing. And this is exactly the same thing that we are experiencing over here for Kaspa. So 200 petahash per second, that's great, but of course I do believe that Kaspa can achieve much more in the future. Shout out to Miko Geno. Kaspa power law update, currently sitting slightly below fair value, which is currently acting as a resistance. I think the bottom is in. However, if we do come down to the purple band, it will take us to 10 cents. So yes, I do believe that that can definitely happen, right? It all depends how BTC is going to behave in the coming days and weeks, of course, given the fact that we are having halvening event. Well, according to the history of BTC, we could technically see that dip on a halvening, but obviously that's going to be short-lived anyway. So the worst case scenario over here for Kaspa is probably around 10 cents. And great thing to see, we've got X spaces over here for Kaspa. We've got Kaspa Eco Foundation that has a meeting on X spaces. So obviously that's great, because they are going to talk about Kaspa ecosystem, how things can be improved. Probably the topics like smart contracts and top tier exchange listings are going to be touched over here on that X space. So if you're interested, check the link, and I'm pretty sure that you're going to enjoy that meetup. It's official, Kaspa is going to Hong Kong. So that's something that I have mentioned about in a previous video, guys. That is going to happen on 6th of April till 9th of April. And as I was mentioning, obviously there are going to be a lot of people over there, over 500,000 people on that meetup. But most importantly, there are going to be big players in the game, such as Cathie Wood. And obviously we know how big of an influence Cathie Wood has in the crypto space. So as I was mentioning before, if she's going to open her eyes further to Kaspa and its great technology, and if she's going to become bullish on Kaspa and actually notice the project, that is going to be great. So this is our chance over here for Kaspa. Current reward for Kaspa is 123 Kaspas, and the next reward is going to be 117. Next reduction is scheduled in 12 days, and the hash rate is currently sitting at 188.6 petahash per second. And now let's examine addresses that are holding over 10,000 Kaspa. So last time I have updated you on that was on 22nd, and we're sitting at 68,770,000, and now we are sitting at 68,090, which gives us a difference of 130. So we have 130 new addresses that are holding over 10,000 Kaspa. That's good, that's bullish. Obviously, maybe 130 addresses is not a lot, but bear in mind that's only 48 hours. And if we are going to look at addresses holding over 100,000 Kaspa, let's have a look. On the 22nd, we're sitting at 18,980, and at the moment we are sitting at 18,990, which is only 10 new addresses, but obviously that's still something. And now let's finally have a look at the chart itself. So as we can see over here on the daily, we had this bullish price action over here, and we got rejected from that resistance over here at levels of 15 cents. And now we lost our support, also our trend line over here for Kaspa, which is very important. And now it looks like Kaspa is experiencing a strong bullish momentum on the daily. However, we are going to have to wait to see how that daily candle is going to close, because if we are going to look at the 4-hourly time frame, looks like we have two bullish candles over here for Kaspa, and hopefully we are going to break through that level of resistance that hopefully we are going to retest as a support in coming days, and we'll see what's going to happen. Of course, the price action is going to be a bit boring due to the fact that BTC is going sideways pretty much after that recent pullback. So if we are going to look at the standpoint of moving averages, looks like we are being supported at the moment by 100-day moving average, and things are looking good for Kaspa. So I do believe this is a good time to buy Kaspa. It's definitely much better to buy now rather than later when it's going to surpass its all-time highs and we are going to see 35% up move or even more. But my personal targets are still around 25 cents of a dollar. And if we are going to look at RSI, we are currently sitting at 47. If we are going to look at the two previous trends, looks like Kaspa is gearing up slowly for the next move. And of course, that is going to take a while, but I do believe that Kaspa is going to see the bullish breakout in the coming days. But of course, we do have to be patient with our Kaspa holding due to the fact that BTC is still before the halving event, which is going to happen in 22 days. But most importantly, we got down to green levels of still cheap for BTC. So these are the last chances over here to accumulate Kaspa, BTC, or whatever you guys believe in, because later on we are not going to see those cheap prices for Kaspa, BTC, etc. But right, let's have a look at BTC first of all, and then we are going to look at altcoin charts. Shout out to Titan of Crypto. BTC is just warming up. I know many of you are currently wondering if BTC just printed its cycle top, but if we are going to look at the super trend perspective, we are just flipping green over here, which means that we are just starting our bull cycle. And if we are going to look at alts, of course we are experiencing some pullback, but obviously that is nothing in comparison to what is going to come. So let's first of all have a look at the last cycle. So we had this Wyckoff accumulation over here, then we had break out of accumulation zone, and then we had a pullback right away, and we are having the second pullback over here, but after that we had up only territory in the previous cycle. So if we are going to look at this current cycle, we are obviously experiencing that second pullback, which looks like it's slightly bigger than the previous one. Nevertheless, we are finally hopefully going to break these all-time highs in coming weeks. If we are going to look at inverted chart for altcoins, let's see first of all. So the first cycle for altcoins was 460 billion USD. Now the second one was 1.7 trillion USD, and now we have targets of 4 trillion for alts. So that's definitely possible if alts are going to respect this descending trend line over here. Well, that's descending because it's inverted, so I hope that you get the point. But if you are going to look over here, we still haven't reached our all-time highs on alts, so patience is going to be rewarded, I believe. Shout out to Stock Money Lizards. Altcoins, the real altcoin season 2024 is strongly linked to BTC halving. So let's have a look. So first of all, the first altcoin season over here, we had 18 bars over here, 549 days after the halving, and then we saw the peak. So if we are going to look over here at the previous cycle, 17 bars, 518 days, and that's where we saw our peak. And now if we are going to follow the theory of 17 to 18 bars, we could expect peak in 2026. And if we are going to look from the perspective of Bitcoin dominance, as we can see over here in 2017, when BTC saw that drop in terms of dominance, we had a very strong alt season in 2017. And if we are going to look at 2021, the same case, Bitcoin saw rejection over here from that bearish triangle, and then we had a strong alt season in 2021. So basically we are exactly at the same position over here with Bitcoin dominance as we were in the two previous bull cycles. So something very big is coming for alts. And if we are going to look from the standpoint of Gaussian channel, we've just flipped green not that long ago, so we still do have a lot of room to grow in terms of our Kaspa, Bitcoin, etc. Ladies and gents, I hope that you have enjoyed that quick Kaspa update and of course alts, and I wish you having a great day or evening wherever you are in the world. Peace and love, crypto.